Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The honorable jury, first I will say thank you for these valuable opportunities and let me introduce myself. My name is Alicia Putrusmana as a first speaker from 19 Garut Senior High School. Here, I'm from opposition side, which my team is perfectly disagree with this motion that this house supports the use of military-style education to develop Pancawala values among high school students. The honorable jury, before answering to the topic, let me provide the definition about this motion. First is military-style education. Military-style education is an educational approach that integrates rigorous academic learning with military-inspired discipline, structure, and leadership training. This style implements a strict command system with one-way communication, where orders must be carried out without debate, and absolute obedience from subordinates is paramount. And the second is Pancawaluya. Pancawaluya is a concept for developing students' character that emphasizes 5 core values as the foundation for self-development, namely, first Cagar. Cagar is physically and mentally healthy as a foundation for optimally carrying out activities and learning. Second is Bagar. Bagar is behaving well, politely, and ethically in interacting with others. And the third is Benar. Benar is upholding honesty, integrity, and truth in all action. The fourth is Pintar. Pintar is possessing intellectual intelligence and critical thinking skills in problem solving. And the last is Singer. Singer is sensitive to the social environment and creative in facing change and challenge. The honorable jury. Next is about the goal and urgency. The legal basis for implementing educational programs in military barracks for students with special handling has been questioned, as it is deemed inconsistent with the principle outlined in the National Education System Law, Law Number 20 of 2003 on National Education System. This law emphasizes that education must be conducted democratically, fairly, and non-discriminatory, and must place students in an active position to develop their holistic potential, including spiritual, intellectual, moral, and skills that benefit them and society. Furthermore, the Child Protection Law categorizes children who engage in defiant behavior, such as those involved in brawls or violence, as children with special protection needs. This requires a child-friendly and non-violent approach in all development and education for these children. The Indonesian Child Protection Commission, or we say KPAI, also emphasizes that character education must be implemented with an approach that truly respects children's rights and welfare without any form of violence or excessive pressure. Educational programs in military barracks, which often employ authoritarian leadership styles and harsh discipline, are counterproductive when applied to students with special handling. This approach tends to create fear and stress, potentially worsening children's psychological and social well-being, neglecting their need for adequate academic education and balanced character development. Children experiencing behavioral problems desperately need academic improvement as the primary pathway to improving their future, not simply controlling their behavior within a rigid, militaristic framework. The honorable jury. Next is about the status quo. The West Java Regional People's Representative Council, or DPRD, and the West Java Education Office stated that the program, which emphasizes strict discipline and a militaristic style, has the potential to cause negative psychological impacts and is inconsistent with the provisions of the National Education System Law and the Child Protection Law, which emphasize the need for a child-friendly and non-violent development approach. Therefore, education for students with problems is currently directed towards prioritizing academic equality, improvement, and humanistic character development, which supports optimal child growth and development without excessive psychological pressure. This will be further explained by Maharani as the second speaker. The Honorable Jury, the last is about the mechanism. First, promote a humanistic and value-based educational model. Advocate for an education system that prioritizes empathy, respect, and moral values, focusing on the holistic development of learners. Second is build public awareness of the dangers of normalizing violence. Educate the public about the harmful effect of accepting violence as a normal part of education or character building, highlights its psychological and social risk. And the third is encourage the government and educational institutions to review existing programs. Urge authorities to re-evaluate educational programs that may include violent practice or contradicts humanistic values. And for the last is propose alternative character building activities that are educational and emotionally supportive. Suggest new approach to character development that are constructive, emotionally nurturing, and grounded in positive educational experience. This will be further explained by Faris as a third speaker. Maybe that's all the argument that I have. Thank you.